Hello, vinyl community. Dave the Pickup Artist with you for another week. Another crazy week at that. I had a friend of mine. He just got 12 months for stealing a calendar. Yesterday I went to McDonald's for a kid's meal. His mom was furious. So anyway, let's get to the pickup.
We got us some good ones.
So first we've got another unwrapping. We've got Alpha Centauria by Tangerine Dream. Now this is it's a new edition. It's a limited edition on clear vinyl, cut at Abbey Road from newly located master tapes, featuring a bonus 12-inch 45 RPM EP of Oscillator Planet Contest and both parts of the Ultima Thule single. So let's open this up. This is their second album, 1970. I try to preserve the shrink.
Looks, folk, I've said it many times. Looks, folk, I've said it many times. Looks, folk, I've said it many times.
We'll post a photo of this pipe sticker. This is what the inside looks like. Yeah, their second album. Got extensive liner notes on the side 1 and 2 inner sleeve. Clear vinyl. Yeah, that's a lot to read there. That. Personnel on here, side listing, some sort of schematic. This is I guess it's a 12-inch single. I'm not 100% sure what this is all about. I will find out soon enough. And this is also in the clear vinyl. Yeah, second album. So let's put this one on the table. To all 4 sides, read the liner notes. Now it turns out one of the obstacles, they were a trio at this point, and one of the obstacles they had was their organ player, Steve Schroeder, was spending time in a mental hospital. He had been busted a year prior to that for LSD. He was high on LSD. Now, when they did shows, what would happen is Steve would break out of this mental hospital and go play the shows. And eventually he was caught. They were supposed to do this important gig called the Oscillator Planet concert. And they needed him, and they went to the, I guess, the mental hospital and told him, you know, can you let him out for a couple hours? And they did, actually. And that's side one of the 45. It is an 8-minute track recorded at this, I guess it's a music forum. It's in German. Music forum in Berlin. Berlin is where the hospital, the mental hospital was, where Steve was staying in. Now side 2 of this, or actually side 4, is called Ultimate Thule. I think it's pronounced that. Now what this is, it's side A and B of their first single. Who knew they had a single? Which came out in '71. But yeah, we've got Edgar Froese on guitar, bass, and mellotron. Chris Frankie on drums. Now, Steve, the mental patient, he actually didn't complete. He was on all of the main album, but the single he wasn't on. He left right after the recording was nearly finished, and he told the other band members that he wanted to roam Europe, and he convinced them that he had telepathic powers. So he basically quit the band at this point and roamed Europe like David Carradine on Kung Fu. But yeah, this is very good stuff. Heavy guitar on the Forum show, recorded live at the show. Very cool stuff. Glad to pick that up. And next I've got Pacific Gas and Electric.
I want to be clear. I'm not going nuts.
This is an LA band. They had about 4 or 5 albums out from 68 to like 71. This is on Columbia. One of the problems this band had was, well, like Chicago, they had horns in the band. This is a lot like Blood, Sweat, and Tears' first album. It's like a very good album. But another problem they had was that the name, Pacific Gas and Electric, like Chicago's transit authority, eventually they come and get you and say you can't use the name, and that's what happened to these guys eventually. But yeah, this is great.
Fatty liver.
Jazz site,
you show your records.
fusion maybe. But yeah, this is good stuff. They put out an album after this that had a single, and that single was kind of a gospel type single. But They weren't around for very long. But yeah, Pacific Gas and Electric. Good dollar bin fare. The next one I got out of the $2 bin is another good one. Procol Harum, Grand Hotel. The inner sleeve's pretty cool. We've got the lyricist, Keith Reed, presenting the band with the lyrics to the album, maybe. This is the 6th album from Procol Harum, and it's another good one. This actually had the booklet intact. They put out, a lot of prog bands did this. They put out these lyric booklets with original illustrations. Keith Reed with the lyrics, and I don't know who did the illustration. Illustrations by Spencer Zahn, 1972. So it's cool finding that in there still. And after Robin Trower left, they were having a hard time keeping guitar players. The guitar player that they started this album with, they took the cover photo, then he left right after the cover photo. So they had to Photoshop, they actually had it back then, the new guy's head onto the old guitar player's body. I don't know which one of these guys it is, but yeah, that's the cover anyway. But yeah, good to have this one. Procol Harum in the $2 bins is always welcome. CD of the week. Now, CD of the week is CDs that I have that have not been, to my knowledge, have not been released on vinyl, at least no quality issues have. And we've got the Allman Brothers Band, live at Ludlow Garage, 1970. This is a great CD, two CD album. Now there is a kind of a low rent label that did put it out on vinyl, but it's bootleg quality. But this needs to be reissued maybe on Record Store Day, because the Allman Brothers Band, they always do something on Record Store Day, so this would be a good one. They've got Dreams on here, the great song Dreams, and on side 2 they've got a 45-minute version of Mountain Jam, which was based on the Donovan song. They were big fans of Donovan. But yeah, Ludlow Garage, it was a club that operated from '69 till 1971. They had weird screens, light shows. They had oversized furniture that was something out of Alice in Wonderland. And what was really cool is this place had the Woodstock sound system. Somehow they got a hold of the same sound system that was used at Woodstock. And a lot of the bands that came through there actually played under the equipment at the original Woodstock. But yeah, sounds like a cool venue. I believe it was also a gas station at one time. But yeah, I'd love to see this out on Record Store Day. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, because they always put a good live album out on Record Store Day or Good Friday, or, you know.
Hush up, boy.
But, yeah, great album. Dickie Betts said of the Ludlow Garage, he said it was a dungeon, but he said the people were really nice. So, and apparently they like the Allman Brothers too. And yeah, that's it. Before I go, I'd like to get something off my chest. It's
fucking Michael, a goddamn fucking Nazi, a fucking Fuhrer, a fucking leader of a goddamn Stalag camp prisoner of war, fucking fascist, goddamn fucking Nazi, a fucking Fuhrer, a fucking leader of a goddamn Stalag camp prisoner of war, fucking fascist, goddamn fucking Nazi, a fucking